What's up, MacPack? It's Av. Today we're going to be doing a different video. I'm going to do a college readiness video for the freshmen, incoming transfer students, all that type of stuff. Here we go. Let's get into it.
What do you need from me? I'm just an earthling boy. Yes, I just landed. I'm just an earthling boy. Yes, I just landed.
So, first one being delays with administration and, administrative powers and things like that. You often are going to run into problems with the entities such as FAFSA, registrations office. There's often language barriers between professors and the doctors that work on campus, and they don't have any type of empathy towards working on it. It's more so y'all need to come and understand what I'm saying, or you're not going to pass my class. And you can't go to the head or the president of the university and be like, they are not, because I've tried all that type shit. They don't abide by that. And this is at Texas Southern University. This is my last year, thank the Lord. But yeah, when you get into the university realm and things like that, you kind of have to advocate at a aggressive cadence, or they don't take you serious, especially at an HBCU. I'm soft spoken and shit like that. So when I go in there, I'm like, hey, check this out. Yeah, what's going on? Because it'd be they be playing, they'll play in your face. So you really gotta, yeah. What else I got on here? I'll add this part in since I'm talking about professors and education and academics. I feel like academics at this school aren't as rigorous as my community college's academic system was, and it's funny because I literally be failing and shit, but I just don't come to school. I don't like doing busy work. I've always had a disdain towards people sitting me down and wasting my time. So I feel like a lot of the times after the first 2 months of the class, if it's not stimulating me intellectually, I don't want to be here, and I be leaving, because then it kick in I'm paying for this shit, let me get the fuck out of here. But then people be like, my goal. And then another thing, if you're very studious, you're an academic scholar, this is your thing, that's another thing. We're not seen on the same page. I didn't really want to do school. I did school for my mom. I don't really want to be here. So it's really a blessing that I finished and I've got through it as much as I did, because I don't like school at all. I never really liked school. I'm an artist, so make sure I go stream my music. Yeah, it's not really intellectually stimulating. So if that's a highlight for you, or a big thing when you're looking for universities or where you want to transfer to, make sure you look up the curriculum that you're going to be studying and if it's going to keep you happy at that school, because I was not happy after the first year. You have to find people that'll keep you motivated, and some people be like, well, you got to motivate yourself, and you don't want to go to it. No, that shit don't work, especially when you down here as a transplant. You are often left by yourself. There are boundaries and fences put up that you won't even see due to your regional differences, due to racial differences, due to lifestyle differences. There's a bunch of things that until it pop up, you ain't gonna know what is going on. So get you some people that's similar to you, that got the same goals as you. They want to succeed, they want to graduate, and they want to better themselves and get a bigger bag at the end of the day, and y'all help each other through y'all hustle, because it's a lot of kids at the school as well who lack effort. I be in certain lectures and they be like, you got a pen, you got a pencil and shit. We are college level students. Why are you asking me for a pen or a pencil in class or before class? Or it's a common thing, and I know that sounds so nitpicky, but it's really a problem, y'all. And I'm one of them students that I was like that in high school, and I was like, okay, let me step my game up when I come to college. But there was no step your game up for a bunch of these kids. They came here and was just yeah, bro, let me just and I feel like that's the cadence for a bunch of us. Now I don't know what their particular reason is for it, but although if I ain't coming, I ain't coming. But when I come, nigga, I come prepared. But the fact that they be coming and it be you're not even prepared, you throwing the energy off, the professor is not really, we can't even understand him, pay attention. Now I'm being distracted by you because you really ain't even want to be here, and you just so all that, keep that shit at home. And I am firsthand telling you, because I literally have friends that happened like that. When I first got down here, got in a friendship with somebody, and shout out to this person, because they're not a bad person. It was just they were messy, and it was I couldn't deal with the messy shit. I really am I personally, in my personal life, I don't do messy ass shit. I can't do messy shit, and because I'm an artist, I always am cautious of people like that being around me, even now, because it'd be you might, when I do get to where I'm going, you might try to come in, I don't know what motherfuckers be on. So I just had to separate myself from that, and I was working in the clubs around that time. The clubs was draining my energy. I was trying to make a certain number of sections sold, bottles sold, and then I'll get off work at like 3 a.m. and have to go to class at 8 a.m. Don't stress yourself out like that, trying to keep up, trying to be out there, trying to get out there. Network in your perimeters. And that's another big thing we need to be worried about. Networking. That's what this shit is about. Those random events on campus. Make sure you're going to them random ass events. Make sure you signing up for classes, the career fairs, go to the career fairs. And I'm a person, I never needed the career fair because my personal journey, I know those jobs aren't for me. And that's gonna often be a lot of people's stories, because I feel like for me, my degrees in entertainment record industry management, those jobs were very like corporate-y, data analysis shit like that. Like, it wasn't for me, and they don't cater to us as artists at my school. So that is also that's literally like top 5% out of 10 why I don't fuck with the school for real, because they don't cater to us. Like, we had an opportunity to work with BET, but they had the students from U of H, the white counterpart school across the street from our HBCU, working as the PAs on the show being filmed on our campus. We didn't even have access to be applying as PAs to that job, and this is BET. So it's just shit like that where I was just seeing stuff, and I was like, okay, although they featured me on the show and all that, it wasn't right. Nothing is set up correctly, like, for the students to thrive. And I noticed that very, very early on. Multiple presidents from our university is stealing. Now, if y'all ask me, that's a damn Ponzi scheme, and that's not how this shit works. I mean, only the president keep leaving, the whole rest of the pyramid still work at the school. I don't know, but that shit be throwing me off. So y'all make sure y'all network. You know what's going on with your school, with your money. You know what you're doing, and you know who you're doing it with. That's very important. Networking is important outside of class, but in class it's exactly the same thing. Keep your head on a swivel. When you get in class, make the group meet. You be the first one to make that group meet. Get out there, send a piece of paper around the classroom, and you have everybody write their number, their email down with their name. You put them in a group meeting, and y'all can help each other exchange lesson plans, meet up for study times, all that. Another thing, I think I touched on this, but stay in your lane. Like, I fucked up not staying in my lane when I got out here. But also, Houston doesn't have a lane for people like me. Be wary of that. If you're a hipster nigga like me. I'm from California. Like, I wanted to longboard and stuff like that when I got out here, and like I said, see girls dancing on tables and beer pong. Like, I wanted to party, and like, I wanted to be somewhat similar to California, because that's why I came out here. But it was literally the complete opposite. If you coming from somewhere like me, I'm from Oakland, we're very diverse. We're #1 diverse city in the country. Houston, I think, was 3rd, which is why it was my first choice of HBCU cities. But stay your black ass home. Stay your black ass home. Really no need, honestly. Like, there's so much stuff you can get from an HBCU, but there's also just so much you're gonna have to deal with if you weren't raised on that. And I don't know if yet it is worth it, because it's just like a lot, when they be like, ugh, black people, it's a lot of that shit at the HBCU, and they be like, we just brush over a lot of it and be like, that's our people though. Who? Because why are they not getting it? It's a bunch of shit that just don't never click for me, and it'd be like, people just be letting that shit rock out, and I'd be like, okay, whatever. Yeah, if you're definitely a diversified personality or persona, second guess coming to this particular school, because it's just like, we never are highlighted, or our kind of personas are never highlighted in the school. So make sure you pop your shit and you find out what goes for you. And you might be able to come here and start a lane. That's another thing. I'm always working, so I'm never on campus as much as I should be. So I feel like if I was on campus I would be able to create my own lane. And I haven't had the opportunity to do that, simply because I'm always at work. I work a full-time job and I go to school full-time. So when I'm not in class, nigga, I'm at work. And if I'm not at work or at school, I'm doing my own thing for my music. So make sure you have free time to enjoy the college experience, because that's mostly what you're paying for, is the college experience. And if you don't have a lot of time to even soak it in, it's gonna feel pointless, and that's gonna make you not want to stay and do your work and shit too. So make sure you figure out if it's weighing all up. Somebody told me to talk about a dorm. I never stayed in dorms. I've had my own apartment since I was 18. I don't really like doing shit like that. I don't really like living with people. I don't like doing all that. And even when I did have my own apartment, it was like, it wasn't even an apartment, it was like a co-op. But I mean, we was in a fat ass mansion. It was only like 5 of us in there. So aside from that, I never really had to live with people. Like, it was just like me on my own little side of the house, you know. So yeah, now I have my own apartment, and I'm like, I just can't see myself living with no dirty ass kid with dishes and Tupperware under the bed, and your drawers is in the bathroom on the floor, and then you ain't flushed the toilet, and now your toothbrush shit is all over the sink, and like, I can't deal with none of that. So you got to go, or I got to go, and I never was even coming. So damn, I think that really, most importantly, my problem, how I just told y'all, was that I'm always working. If I could tell a freshman advice, any newcomer coming to college, any advice, find a trade, become a braider, buy a camera, be a cook or something, sell some shit, but do something very tangible, like that people are gonna need a long time. Become like the dorm store man that got the snacks and the chargers and shit.
Crying out, call me now, call me now. I think I need you. Crying out, call me now, call me now. I think I need you, I do. I think I need you, I do. I think I need